Hey guys, my name is Anna Marie, and today I'm going to be talking about my songwriting process and how I write a song. This is just the way that I do it. I'm by no means a professional or any authority when it comes to writing fantastic music, but it is one of my hobbies and it's one of my passions. So if you've never written a song before, or maybe you've written many songs but you feel like you're getting writer's block, whatever the reason, these are just tips that I use in order to create songs that I'm happy with. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 different things that help me. The first thing that helps me is brain dumping. The second thing that helps me is starting with my strong suit. And the third thing that helps me is changing locations. So that's basically what we're going to be talking about. So the first one, number 1, that I use is brain dumping. So what does that even mean and what does that look like? So brain dumping is basically when everything that's going on in here is put on paper, recorded, somewhere tangible, basically is what it means. It's placed somewhere tangible. It's everything that's going on in your head, your weird trains of thought, anything like that that is put down on a piece of paper or a Word document. So what this sort of looks like is maybe sitting down at your laptop, opening up Google Docs, and anything that comes to your brain, write it down, type it out. Without editing anything, just make sure that it gets down. And what this does is it kind of helps you massage your brain into getting comfortable with making mistakes and being super transparent with yourself. What I like to do, besides just brain dumping on a Word document, is taking my phone, and if I either get inspired by something or I'm out in public and something just hits me and I think, oh my gosh, that would be a great song lyric, I take out my phone and I record it right then and there so it doesn't slip my mind, and then I go home and then I work on it. And the key thing is to record and brain dump as quickly as you can before it leaves your brain. Because I'm pretty sure many of us have been sort of like, oh, that's a really cool line, I think I'd want that for a song. I'm gonna wait till I get home and then I'm gonna write it down. We always forget. At least I do. I always forget, and then it's gone forever, and then it's super sad, so yeah. So that's what I like to do. I also, what I like to do is encourage myself in the brain dumping process to make mistakes. I sometimes have that urge to edit the little things that I mess up on, or the grammar mistakes that I have, or anything like that. But I like to leave it in. I try really hard to leave it in because who knows, maybe you come back to those words and you find that you can do a play on words, or you find different analogies or different ways of saying things that you never would have thought of if you hadn't made that mistake. So that was number 1, is brain dumping. The second thing that I like to do is to start with my strong suit. So I play the baritone ukulele and I'm learning the piano, but I wouldn't say that I'm a virtuoso at those 2 instruments. I'm by no means where I would like to be. I mostly use it to accompany my voice. So that's what I use instruments for. So my strong suit is lyrics and voice. So that's usually where I tend to gravitate to when I'm starting out writing a song. But for some people, maybe lyrics aren't their strong suit. Maybe that's something that, it doesn't really inspire them to create a really nice noises and sounds. So if you're great at the guitar or the piano, maybe that's where you want to start. Whatever is most comfortable for you. I grew up reading a lot of books, so many fiction books, so much fantasy, and so lyrics and poetry come a lot easier to me, and so I like to work on that and have that be my skeleton for the rest of my song, and I can base it all off of that. So that's what I like to do. My strong suit is lyrics. Sometimes I mix it up a bit. People do it however they want to do it, but for the most part I stick with my strong suit and then I extrapolate from there. The third thing that I do that helps me songwrite is to change locations. Some people think though that changing locations means that you need to go to Europe or fly to some like foreign place or whatever to get inspiration, but that's simply not true. I'm sure that can help, and I'm sure people have gotten great material and so much awesome inspiration from that, but it's definitely not necessary. Some of the most common places that I've written one of my favorite personal original songs have been in college classrooms when I'm really bored, high school classrooms when I'm really bored, in my attic, at coffee shops. There's just so many different places. I think some of my favorite places would probably have to be at coffee shops. Even though I can't take my baritone ukulele with me, I'm sort of in my head and in my brain, and I'm forced to work on something within the next 2 hours before the coffee shop closes. So it sort of kind of motivates me to get something done. So those are the places that I like to be. So yeah, those are basically the tools that I use to songwrite. People do it so differently. I am not a professional at songwriting by any means, but I love it, and hopefully if you've been inspired to songwrite or to get over writer's block through any of these tips that I use on a daily basis, leave a comment and let me know if this has helped you in any way. So yeah, bye.